Hello everyone, it is John. I'm trying a new video today. I don't know how well it's going to go out. I get to play with some prototypes, which means I get to test if Paul's designs have worked out well. And I've gotten the ruined building of the little building that I've shown in my waffling video just recently released. So yes, I don't know how the other half is going to be because I'm recording this before I try to put the whole package together, so who knows what it's going to look like. But look, I had a lot of fun. The good thing about it is that even though it's been a prototype, and yes, we've picked out where some faults went wrong with designing the model, the thing is that any modeler worth half his salt could easily still make something with what is there. Like, I was looking at the chimney thinking, why have we got bricks on the top of the chimney? Obviously it was forgotten to be removed when Paul was putting the template together. But you know, I looked at it and I thought, well, that's fine, I can make a stork's nest with a whole heap of modelling material of some sort or another. Not quite sure how I'll do it, but I'll have to have a think about that one. So, you know, I've looked at that. The side walls were missing, but I looked at that and thought, well, that's fine. I can live with that at the moment because, hey, we've decided what's happening. But I won't go any more into this because I'll leave that for the rest of the video. But look, it's been a lot of fun, and I have another 2 little videos hopefully that'll come out. One's a carriage and the other are some wagons. So some wagons have been done, so I'll have them up. You can have a look at those. And as I said, look, Paul's a friend of mine. I pay for what I get, so there's no conflict of interest, I guess, with me putting this up because, hey, look, I've known Paul for years and he's a good friend, and anybody who's been to some of the conventions here in Brisbane will normally see me knocking around with him, or certainly when I had my car anyway, because we used to load all his stock boxes in the back of my car and we'd go wandering around. So and of course I just help him now because neither of us are young men anymore, although he's certainly far younger than I. So anyway, let's go have a look at how this video goes together, and hopefully I'll give you something that will entertain you. Right, hello everyone. I should be playing the Benny Hill music in the background here. I'm trying to put together a ruined cottage, which I picked up off my friend Paul today. Now, this is a prototype. This is something new I'm going to be doing. So Paul's got a lot of MDF buildings that catch my fancy. So I'm thinking of including these within my channel. So as you can see, I'm a pretty average builder. So I think I'd like to think that I'm the person who is a hobbyist, not a purist. So for me, this is just the perfect thing to do. So the templates are like, just like a pop-out sheet, really. In most cases, it's only got little, well, you can see obviously I'm using the hobby knife. I'm cutting out the sprue or the join, and in most cases I can generally pull the MDF pieces out of the main sheet without too much effort, as you can see here. So that's another one of the side ones. That tablet I just put down, or that section I just put down, were all bricks. These are the corner pieces that normally go into holding the walls up, which is quite good. So you can see I'll probably spend a little bit of time fiddling around with this. I must always say to people, be conscious with safety with knives. I've been a hobbyist for so long that I must admit I am fairly careless, so don't follow me for the way that I do things. But yeah, here we go. We're trying to... There's not a lot of flash, if we'd like to call it that, on cutting off the edges. And again, once you've got the whole building put together, you can just apply sandpaper, or if you want, I'd just use Aquadeer on top of the, say on top of the walls, and apply a fine sand or gravel on top to represent the ruined sections. So that's probably what I would do if you just want to leave a bit of texture on there. But it all nicely, honestly, it nicely fits together, which makes this a magnificent little model to do. So I've done the, as you will have seen, I've done the cottage, which of course you didn't get to see me put together. But this is a, yeah, look, it's really, really simple. There's not a lot to it. As I've said before, this is Paul's test piece, and I'm quite happy to be able to provide him the feedback with putting this model together. So I'm just about wrapped up all the corner pieces now. Yeah, I think so. I'm there going, yep, that looks good. Yep, we'll just cut a few more pieces off. Yeah, as I said, I really should be running Benny Hill in the background, but how many people would know who Benny Hill is these days? Now, these are all the bricks, so I'm just going to gabble along while I continue to pull brick sections out. Now, these were provided, Paul's reasoning with this was that it's a ruined cottage, so he provided all these little brick sections that you can just heap up into a pile, like you can see off there, off to the top right. You can just drop them as scatter across the main, the base of the board of the cottage, or around certain pieces, or you can use them just to add an additional inside wall section if you like. So there's a lot of uses that you can use these spare bricks for. So it's a nice addition that he has included with that, because you know, and to be quite honest, with all the leftover MDF that is there, you can quite happily carve up a lot of it to make, and I could have done that actually. It was to sit back and think, yep, I can do that. But here we go, we're onto the main board. That's the main board down. I'm looking at, okay, there's the front wall. So the front wall, yep, fits in good. I just use standard PVA glue. Look, it doesn't matter if you've got it flying everywhere, because it clears dry. It doesn't interfere a lot with things. The good old finger, again, is used to smear the glue into sections so that I can get it to fit up. So there we go. We have got the first wall up. Now, what am I looking at now? Now, I think at this stage, I'm just beginning to realise, where's the other side walls? And I'm thinking, what's happened? And I think my wife may have come in to have a chat with me at the time as well. So I've obviously clearly been confused, but here we go. We're going to go, well, bugger it, we'll continue on. So here we go with the back wall, which has the chimney attached to it. So again, honestly, it's so simple to put together. So you whack it in, so that's sits there. Again, the Aquadeer doesn't set, or the wood glue does not set fast enough that you don't have time to fix any, I guess, errors. So there's the cross beam for the door frame for the front. So I've just checked that, going, yep, that looks good. So we'll check that. Now I've had to come here, and I'm there going, okay, now I've got to put the, trying to work out how the chimney all goes together. And there go, does the chimney go there? No, it doesn't go into those holes. And then I'm trying to remember how the other chimney went together. And I'm going, yeah, I think I've got it right. This is looking, yeah, perplexing. I'm probably thinking yeah, there we go. We're looking at, no, where's the chimney tops? I've lost the chimney pieces somewhere. No, I'm obviously checking the rest of the sprues, thinking, does that go in there? Look, see, I'm a very confused bunny, aren't I? And I'm there going, yep, that fits. No, that goes around the other way, you silly dill. So, yep, okay, that looks good. That's where that fits. I've worked that bit out. And because I'm dreadful, I never look at instructions that Paul's written, because I rather enjoy thinking I can logically think out how this will go. So that's how the side walls of the chimney go together. So a bit more accurate here, and down for the bottom section. And yep, looking good. I'm thinking, yep, I can get this right. It fits in. Am I doing this right? Says me. I'm just thinking of myself at the time that I put this together, because I was yakking away, and of course my dogs was talking to some of the neighbours that were walking by, so that was a bit of a distraction while I was doing the original video. That was a lot of fun. So Pippin's barking in the background. So there goes up the other side of the chimney, and then I'm going, right, that's the back plate. Yep. Now, which side does it go? Is there a difference between the sides? No, here you go. That's it. So I'm going to put a bit of glue. Some glue there, some glue there. It's looking good. Yep. Once again, doesn't matter if you've got glue hanging over, because it just soaks straight into the MDF. And I've then gone, oh, okay, I've got to hack a bit off. Once again, people, be careful with sharp knives. As I said, I'm an old man. I'm rather set in my ways, so I guess my safety is not the best. So, again, please use the correct safety procedures for modelling these days. And there I was going to put that in upside down, but anyway, so they're going, right, how am I going to get this together? Is this going together well? Yep. Now, that nicely gives you a brace for your back wall, because it all fits in there, and the chimney now adds that additional support. So as you can see, looks good, and I'm there going, yep, this is excellent. This is excellent. I'm quite happy with this. Now, where's the front section? Right, there's the front section. I'm thinking, yep, that goes, and I did not think of looking further down, because I'm there going, yep, that looks like it fits in. And it wasn't until I came to glue the section that I suddenly went, I have a problem, don't I? So my problems only just start to appear now, and you'll find that I will have to try and work out how I'm going to solve this. I'm thinking, okay, so I put that down there. No, not very wise, John. That was a silly thing to do. Yes, because surely any wise person would have found, look, the dry run should have immediately pointed it out, and there I am going, put that in, and I'm there going, okay, it's not. Nope. Yes, I'm not a very bright bunny, am I? So I've gone there going, yeah, that's not right. And of course I'm knocking the camera, and that's upsetting the whole process as I go along. I've now moved it, so things are a little bit out of sequence. So I'm thinking, what am I going to do here? So I'm thinking, okay, it doesn't... not the brightest spark on this planet, so I'm sitting there, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Of course, I was talking to myself, much as I'm doing now, to elucidate to you good people. I'm thinking, okay, so where am I going to cut this piece off? And I'm beginning to think, I'm going to have to send Paul a message and say, hey, I think I've spotted a small flaw. So what are we going to do to fix this small problem? Because it's only a small problem. And I'm thinking, okay, so maybe it cuts off there. Maybe that was supposed to have had a cut across, and it comes apart, and it didn't do that. And no, honestly, I must be one of those people that tries to put, square pegs in triangular holes, and spend for ages trying to work out how I should be solving the issue. And as you can see, I'm obviously going, no, I don't know what I'm doing. And of course I'm knocking the other section of the model over, and I'm thinking, okay, what are we going to do? Yeah, here we go. I'm measuring it up, thinking, okay, so where do I need to cut this off? Okay, so it gets cut off. Where does it get cut off, John? Yeah, it takes us a little while to work things out. And this is with the video sped up, by the way. So I'm clearly having a Edison light bulb moment. So I've decided, okay, so I'm going to cut the wall section there. Was it going to move? No, I'm afraid that if I put too much pressure, I'm going to snap the... So I've gone back there to have another look. I should have had a pencil with me to mark it, but I've decided, look, there's where I'm going to cut. And of course, clearly my knife is as blunt as a dinner knife, and it's not wanting to work. So have I had any success now? Yes. No. And you're seeing nothing because I kicked the camera. And everything's out of... Oh dear. As I said, this is my first video of trying to do this, so it's going to be a learning curve. I'm afraid you poor people are having to put up with the lunacy coming from me as to how this gets put together. So I'm thinking, okay, right, here we go. We have that done. I'm there going, no, it's too furry. That's the problem with MDF, is that you really need to cut it all the way through, because otherwise it does get very fragmented. And that, so I'm looking at that. Look, I'm there going, yeehaw, I'm happy with that now. So that looks good. I'm pleased with that. So the only thing now is, yeah, I'm going to put that, which means that it looks like the fireplace actually stands out from the main wall. And I'm thinking, yep, that will work out well. However, I've now looked at it and gone, there's too much fur. Probably needs a bit more of a cut, but there we go. I seem to be happy with that. I've kicked the camera again. Look, I've gone and put my big hand in the way. Right, we've now got the finished product. Well, finished with missing all the bits and pieces. As you can see, there's all those loose bricks that I've tossed it. Obviously, at this stage, I'm going to use them at either side of the wall section. So I'll fiddle that as time progresses. But as you can see, the model's still good. You've got, and there's me thinking I've got a loose brick hanging off the edge, but no, there's not. The fireplace doesn't look too bad. The front door's nice and sturdy. The corner edges give the stability to give you the, I guess the 45-degree angle. I did say that right, 45? It's not 90? No. Or is it? Oh, God, I don't know my degrees anymore. But as you can see, look, it is looking good. I'm fairly happy with that. It's certainly something that you can play with without too much of an issue. So let's... Well, that was it, people. What did you think? I don't know. I'll see how what the reactions are on the video. As I said, it's the first one I've done, so I can only improve as time goes on. So till next time, signing off, the Honourable John.